I got a drink while I was
There we
up, but
go.
I'm ready now for realsies.
All right, so the thing is, like, how much downtime do we want between this session and last session?
I wouldn't imagine much time since, like, the police are looking into me actively. So,
Right.
I mean, like, maybe a day or two at the most. I don't know.
Okay,
It depends on what everybody else has going on.
I think we can have as long as a week.
Thomas might need like a day or two to just not be crying all the time.
I just want to go to the carnival for reasons I've explained. So,
Sure.
whenever that
we
happens,
were
it's
gonna
fine.
do that.
Wait,
That can
carnival?
happen kind of whenever, though. Like, that isn't like time crucial.
Right.
Carnival cruise ship, which is the accorded neutral grounds around here.
Yeah.
Does my door get fixed during this 2-day interlude?
Yes.
Quick question: why did you choose cruise ship over
Thank
just
God.
regular carnival? Regular carnival just keeps being what I think it is.
It's in San Diego.
Of cruise ship.
I was just
think of
curious
the
as like
carnival.
why you chose one over the other. If there was like a reason.
There is a reason, and I will not tell
Okay.
it to you.
Okay.
You
As long
gotta
as there
keep
is-
prying into the depths of the world.
GM secrets, yeah. So after like a couple of days, so I think Thomas will learn at least a little bit of what happened. So he probably knows that the Axel was in jail for a while and then he got released from jail. He probably knows that Cynthia is staying at
My apartment.
Axel's apartment because apparently they're a couple now.
That's what it sounds like.
Apparently, I wasn't looking, and apparently that happened.
And
Have a nice couch.
You
I
got
think everybody's
released, right?
confused by that.
no one would be confused by that, right? And yeah, there's like some fairies living in that apartment too. Like,
Yeah, I got roommates that nobody knows about.
Do they clean up at least? Like, is that
That's up
thing
to the DM.
he has to get them to clean up if he wants them to clean up.
Okay, so currently they don't.
Fairies do not
Not yet.
automatically clean up.
I mean, my place is not like dirty. It might be a little cluttered, but it's not dirty. There's a distinction.
Yeah, it's a nice place. He keeps it.
Have I heard anything from like my contact in the courthouse jail yet?
What contact are you talking about?
Because I talked to the pawn shop owner and told her everything that happened, and he said he knew somebody in the police force,
Yeah, he's
and
not
they were going to
here.
look out.
That's like a contact of a contact. Like,
Yeah.
he's not going to actually report anything to you.
Okay, has the pawn shop owner reported anything to me?
Nope.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, they're handling it.
Okay. So I wouldn't expect to hear anything then, would be the question I would follow that up with.
No.
Okay.
He's probably like expecting you to do that job for him before he tells you anything.
Okay. That's my next thing to do then. Okay.
So where do we want to start? We had written down visit the carnival, research some form of mass exorcism, talk to the possessed public works officer,
Question mark?
talk to fairies, and
yeah, my roommates.
Thomas probably has something he wants to do.
Oh, yeah, Thomas kind of has to figure out whether or not Janice is actually safe in his apartment.
Okay. How do you want to...
Yeah, I'd like to know that I'm safe. That would be pretty cool.
I guess...
Let me ask this, like, is there, like, public bathrooms? Or is there a public pool? Like,
in the apartment complex?
Yeah, in the complex for like on the couple floors or so that Thomas is?
I imagine that there'd be a public pool, and then there's public bathrooms and locker rooms connected to it. Or
Alright, well,
if not, in
let's
the
start
apartment,
there.
then nearby.
Let's start there. So, yeah, I guess Janice, your kids have been bugging you about using the pool. And it's not
Okay.
in Thomas's apartment because, like, having a pool in your apartment makes everything humid. And he has a really nice library and it would ruin all his books.
Exactly.
So the pool is, like, on another floor. Like, that floor is, like, sealed off so that the whole building doesn't become moldy. And you're, like, checking it out to make sure it's safe for your kids because you're worried about if this place is safe.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking through the showers, and then you come across this guy, like, laying on the floor, and his towel is, like, bunched up next to him.
I definitely am gonna go check him out. I mean, like, were these like co-ed showers, or was he in the women's side, or how did that work out?
I think you're just, like, peeking in, like, so imagine that there's no doors on the shower hallway. You know, like,
Mm-hmm.
the showers are in the back, so you can't see them from the door. But, like, you can see the people at the sinks and at the mirrors. And this guy is, like, halfway between the showers and the sink. So while you're walking by, you're like, oh, is there anybody in there? And there's this guy laying on the bathroom floor.
Okay. So I definitely call out to him, "Sir, are you all right?"
He doesn't respond.
Okay, I immediately go in there and kneel down beside him and check for a pulse.
Okay, give me a scholarship test.
Okay. Where did my character sheet go? That might be helpful. I don't even know.
We don't need
I'm not the
those.
only people accused of murder.
I have no clue. Mine's still here, so that's all that matters. I'm kidding.
I mean, I have my character sheet too.
Oh no, I just had to go to it. There we go, scholarship. -1.
You can't tell, but he's really pale.
He's really pale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Is there like a public phone or anything in, like, maybe not in the pool area, but like in the lobby or something, or would I need to go back up to Thomas's apartment?
Yeah, there's probably, like, a payphone there.
Okay, because I will go and dial 911.
Even though there's no more payphones anywhere. Have you tried
Big
to
cities
find
typically,
one
like,
recently?
sometimes have like some big cities do have payphones, which is neat.
They're really hard to find.
Because this is basically the dorms. Like, they have a phone.
Or there might be one in the
security
hall
whatever.
or in the lobby too, if this
Yeah.
building has a lobby.
Yeah.
So you call
That's what I was thinking.
911, and it's like, you go through all that, and some paramedics show up,
Okay.
and they're going to roll now. What?
That's terrible.
How the fuck
They
did
also
that
got a
happen?
-1.
Wow.
I think
that's-
the paramedics were
That's
drunk.
impressive negative score for that roll.
Were
Oh, my.
the paramedics drunk?
I
Actually?
think they may be drunk. I think, like, these may be like
Or at least hungover, maybe.
these may be like the on-site paramedics, and they're all like,
Apparently, you need to call a different set of paramedics.
why don't you give me another scholarship roll, Kelsa?
Okay, maybe I
Maybe
can be
you'll be
better than
better
these
than
drunk
the-
paramedics.
Better than the medics.
Would Thomas have
Okay.
noticed the commotion?
No!
Or is
Oh,
this
God.
like
Yeah,
up-
I think Thomas would notice the commotion. Like,
I
Janice,
would
like,
have
you're like,
probably called him once, after I talked to the paramedics, I would have
Yeah.
been like, hey, there's a thing going on down here. I'm going to have to wait for the paramedics to show up, that kind of thing. So maybe you came down at that point.
Yeah. Okay, Thomas is gonna try and figure out what's going on, because right now it just looks like some sort of Charlie Chaplin film or whatever,
Right.
apparently.
I don't understand this. Wow. These
Trying
guys
to,
are
like-
trained as professionals, too.
I don't
I mean-
understand how you get a -1 with a +3, though.
Wow.
I don't
Oh,
understand.
mine is.
No, finally,
really
somebody
possible.
understands something's going on.
All right, Thomas. You discover that he is dead. It appears
You waited too long.
that he has been drained of blood. And while you're examining his body, you find a cut at the base of his foot.
Does it look... is there... So... Does it look like the blood left through the cut?
Like, with that much successes, you can't actually tell.
Okay. So... Can I get the... Are the paramedics actually drunk, or,
Let's roll for drunkenness.
I mean, I assume that they're not. They're just, like, new, maybe.
This is their first day on the job,
They're
yeah.
totally
Oh, God.
drunk.
Right.
Oh,
These are the worst
Jesus.
paramedics you've ever seen.
Kelsa, could you get these paramedics some...
Janice. Not Kelsey.
Oh, sorry, Janice.
Yes, my character is Janice.
They could be high functioning
Yeah,
alcoholics without the alcohol. And they need some.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now Thomas is so drunk he's breaking the fourth wall.
Well,
I'm
he was
sorry.
doing well.
Janice, could you,
Yes.
coffee
Get them some water.
or
Call
coffee?
911 again.
Something.
Because these guys are completely useless. They can't even tell
Why
when
would you
somebody's
give them
dead.
coffee? Just get them fired.
I'm
Can
on the
can
phone
I-
again.
do paramedics have managers? Can I talk to one of your managers?
Oh, you mean...
Like, you
Superior
get their
officer.
badge numbers or something, and
Yeah.
then you call their supervisor?
Right. Okay. I do that. Do I actually not have my phone anymore, or was that more of a?
Did you take the phone away from the kids?
I imagine I would have
Oh
after.
yeah, that happened.
Then you have a phone again. Maybe, like, you went to the store and you bought a phone so that people could use a phone while you're not there?
Yeah.
Or do you have a phone already, you think?
I think there's an apartment phone number.
Okay. So yeah, you make the phone call and you get them in trouble with your supervisor.
I have these two drunk paramedics here.
Like, they
I
can't
also
even
asked
tell the
for
guy's dead.
I also asked for slightly better paramedics, or at least
Sober ones, at least.
They're like, yeah, we will send more paramedics. Let's see how well that works out. Oh, These aren't actually competent professionals. They're like,
I'm gonna laugh when there's like six ambulances out front and like half of them are drunk.
like last night was the paramedic party, like everywhere. So yeah, like they recognize that he's dead, and then like they call the morgue, and the morgue
oh
guys are
good, I'm
probably
not
drunk
the only
too.
one who sees it. Yep.
The morgue guys are not drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well, thank
that was a
goodness.
fairly morbid comedy of errors.
Yeah. So they take his body and they put it in a bag, and then
Hmm.
do you guys do anything before it becomes a crime scene?
I mean,
I
it's
mean, there's
just
not really
locker,
that much that I
right?
can do. I mean, you said
Get your
something about
kid-
his foot.
Yeah.
Is that where
okay.
the
Yeah.
the puncture wounds were at?
There
It's
were
like
there
with
was
a
a cut
razor.
on his foot.
Sorry, what?
and there was a cut on his foot and he had no blood. I see no connection between the two things.
Yeah, I'm not really got the training to like examine the body more closely or anything, and we're already kind of mixed up with the cops. I don't really want to get arrested.
Yeah,
I got there
I'm
for this
fairly,
So I'm
one.
gonna go with no.
I'm fairly sure that the cops can handle it.
Okay.
Like, there's
Probably
nothing wrong
not.
with our...
I suspect the cops can't handle it, but I also know that I'm not the one that could really help with this at all. And yeah, so I'm not going to do anything. Maybe take some pictures. Like,
I mean, Tom
Okay.
isn't suspicious at all.
Pictures of what?
I mean, like the body and the surrounding area,
All right.
like
So,
the puncture wound or the cut or whatever. But
You're gonna be a crime
I mean,
scene groupie.
okay, so it's like the immediate area.
yeah,
All right. Thomas.
Huh? Thomas, I really don't think Thomas can be suspicious, like, especially with ignorance is bliss. Like,
Okay.
he's just like, oh yeah, of course, cops solve every murder. I've seen CIS.
Okay, I'll give you a fate point for compelling that. So, you guys didn't check the showers. The cops do. And you overhear them saying that a large amount of blood was washed down the shower drain. And, they get statements from Janice, like what time she got there. Was he dead when you got there? And Janice is like, I don't know, right?
I mean, I'll tell him the time that it was, and and he was where I just saw him there, and I find it kind of odd that it looks like he had just fallen, but when he didn't respond, I called the paramedics. I guess I'm not taking my kids swimming here. It doesn't seem safe.
I mean, it's only a dead body.
Oh, it's only a dead body. Don't worry about it. It's only a dead body. It's fine.
All right. So I guess that's that scene. What do you guys want to do?
So I suppose the pool is out of your kids can't go to that pool they wanted to go to.
Mm-hmm.
How
It could be a
important is
learning
it?
experience.
Yeah, we could go to a water park or something. There has to be a water park like somewhere. It probably wouldn't be amazing though.
No, I'm just gonna tell them that it's we'll go to a pool another time. I mean, what time of year are we anyway right now?
It is November. It's right after Halloween, and
Okay.
they're starting to put up like Christmas lights and stuff.
Oh, Janice, actually, so I've been thinking about that warning or whatever, and do you have any ideas on how we could make sure you're like actually safe? Like, I'm happy to host you, but that was kind of a clear intimidation thing.
Yes, that is rather distressing. I agree. I thought that your location would be safe, but probably I suppose I didn't take into account that the same people that may want to keep you safe may not want to keep me safe.
My
Like,
one-story,
always-
my one-building apartment's safer.
With your
In the middle of the
broken door.
ghetto, my place is safer.
Sadly true. I wish I could move back to the Inner Sage, but I mean, for a few days.
I mean, we gotta figure out that
I.
pipe.
Still, I think staying with you is going to be safer than staying at a hotel, although I could probably afford it for a few
Yeah.
days at least.
no,
There's no
I'm
threshold
pretty sure.
there.
I'm pretty sure you're safe. I just, is there any sort of defenses you can put up to guarantee like long-term safety? Because I'm sure they won't actually try and mess with us for, at least a week. I assume
Well, I could certainly speak with Sabir about possibly strengthening the wards around your house or your apartment, but
Wait, wards? What are you talking about?
wards, magical protections, the same things that are weakening that made me leave the Inner Sage. They're,
I just, you said your place was unsafe, and so I figured, like, there was a gas. I really don't know what a word is. And you say it's around my apartment?
yes, of course.
Where? Like,
Well, not super, not super great at this, but I might be able to point it out. Can I roll investigation or scholarship to try to, or would it be lore
I think
to try to
it'd be lore.
locate? Oh, thank goodness. Way better. 2.
Yeah, that's good enough. In fact, you're fairly sure some competent wizard actually placed this ward around Thomas's apartment.
Cool. Now where? So like I show him, and I'm just gonna say, the wards are very good. A competent wizard must have done this. You had no idea? They're so well done. I would have been certain that you were aware of them.
I didn't. I didn't even know magic really existed until, like, we talked about it over the course of this week.
So I guess like Kelso pulls off like some of the elegant black trim, or is it white trim on black?
It's black trim on black, probably.
Yeah, all right. So she pulls off some of the black trim, and underneath it are like elaborately carved magical symbols, and these are like the physical ward that she finds. Give me a scholarship ward, Thomas. We'll see if you have ever seen these before.
Okay.
These particular ones, or something like it?
These particular ones. Yeah, like you've seen wards like this, like all your life. Like you just thought they were cool decorations until now. But like your family home had them like around the doorways, and your cousin's place has them, and just like all kinds of like, at least the family that your parents like to associate with.
These These are made by my family, so I'm not sure if they provide defense or not, because it seems like said my family was the one who was sending me the message. Or at least the one I don't know. These were made by my family, I know that. Not made by my family, but they definitely have some sort of connection to my family.
Hmm. Well, not much. Well, probably your family's fairly well off. Probably they have paid someone to protect them as well. If what Cynthia says is true about you, and by extension your family,
What
I
did
wouldn't be
Cynthia
surprised
say
at
about
all.
me?
Oh, I forgot you'd passed out. Well, I'm not an expert in these things. How do I say this? Well, you know I make potions and so forth at the Inner Sage.
Mm-hmm.
They have real power, you know. There's other types of power out there. And, well, if you don't know what your family is, what they do, I don't know how to break it to you, how to properly explain. You'd have more questions than I could answer, I think.
I know Cynthia said I was a demon. Am I a demon? I don't want to be a demon.
No, Thomas, and I put my hands on his shoulders. No, you're not a demon, but, well, just because someone can do something evil doesn't make them evil themselves.
I still don't. What am I? Like, God.
I don't fully know. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you more, but if it doesn't come out of the ground and you grind it up and turn it into a potion, I don't know that much about it.
Oh, other than wards, does this apartment need any protection or whatever? And maybe if we can get it through different channels, that might actually help to protect us from whoever's trying to manipulate me.
That's a good point. I can talk to Samira, and see if he can add a ward there for you. If your family has a way to circumvent the ones that are already in place, maybe an extra layer of protection couldn't hurt.
It's more you I'm worried about. Maybe, like, you can ward the rooms you and your children are staying in, so that way you can be protected. Because I doubt it doesn't seem like they want to hurt me directly, at least.
That's fair. All right, I'll give him a call. Wait, do I know that Cynthia has learned how to do warding magic? Did she tell me that part yet?
I don't know.
Or she's still learning?
Were you with Axel when he walked in to like his apartment? I don't remember. That's kind of where we left off with Cynthia.
Yeah, I mean, like, I came back to my apartment, the door was, like, broken, and I mean, like, a couple days later,
yeah, and a ward went off.
You're, like
she can do, like, basic warding. Yeah, that's the only thaumaturgy she can do. Currently.
Yeah, I mean, so there's, like, an alarm. You put an alarm ward on my apartment with some kind of word. Yeah. I don't remember. So, I mean, like...
It's Janice drove Axel back to his apartment.
Yep.
So it's pretty reasonable to say.
Then, yeah,
that, like,
you would know that, yeah, I can do, like, basic warding. That's it.
Yeah, because I remember last time I came into my apartment, it was like, the door was broken, the windows, like, continuously broke when I walked in the door. So, yeah, something was going on.
I mean, the windows didn't actually break, it just sounded like they did.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like they were continuously breaking or something.
Yep.
So, I mean,
I assumed it was just one, like loud, like, explosion of glass, and then it
I think that Thomas is being a little bit paranoid. And I also think that Cynthia could use the practice. So I'd probably give her a call.
Sure.
Which I guess means calling Axel, because I still don't know she stole that cell phone.
Yeah, so if you're in the apartment, you hear the phone ring. I mean, you gonna wait for me to get it, or you gonna actually answer the phone?
She'd probably answer it, because, I mean, she's been here for like a few days at this point, so it's...
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like, at first she was a guest, now it seems like this is going to be a thing for at least a little bit, so yeah, she'd just answer.
Apparently it's a thing.
Apparently, yeah. So she just picks up, hello? I assume it's an old-timey phone, doesn't say who it is.
Oh, good, Cynthia. I'm glad you picked up. Thomas is concerned about the security at his apartment. I was hoping you could come by and do a basic warding around the door to the room that me and my family are staying in, just to make sure for his peace of mind, you know? The building seems safe enough. His apartment seems fairly secure, but it certainly couldn't hurt to have an extra layer of security, just an alert like you made for Axel. I can pick you up and we can swing by the Inner Sage for any other materials you might need. Because I've been keeping the Inner Sage open and posted a sign reduced hours, open Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever.
And whenever you're not there, I am essentially I keep it open so this doesn't fuck up your schedule or however you're trying to handle this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd say it. Don't worry, I'll take a cab. I'll pick up whatever I need and.
Yeah, at this point, I made sure you got a key before you left. And these next few days, I made you copy.
We would have fixed your lock. Yes.
So we don't have the same problem happen again.
1 second.
Definitely got your lock fixed.
Yep. But yeah, so I'd go to the Inner Sage. I'd tell Axel I'm leaving. Or ask. I'm going to Thomas's apartment. Do you want to go, or do you have other business?
I have some other business to take care of. If you need anything, you can call my apartment.
I shall. She just kind of nods and leaves.
Yep.
So I'm planning on taking a cab to the Inner Sage and then to Thomas's apartment, because I assume you don't give me the address.
Sure.
Yeah, I would have given you the address.
Give me a resources check.
That'd be directed at me.
Do you tell Thomas that Cynthia's coming over to do the warding?
0.
Yes.
I think that's good enough.
Okay.
I mean, it's a cab, so it's not too terrible.
It's actually on there. It's on the list.
Oh, nice.
It's $50 to take a cab.
Jesus.
Well, how far is it? I mean, it's 2 miles.
San Francisco, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Welcome to 2015.
For 2 stops, yeah, for sure.
Oh, I
might want to start using Uber
to the Inner Sage and then take a cab. If money is actually an issue, I'll just I'll check my money, and if it's too big of an issue, I'll walk to the Inner Sage and then take a cab to the apartment.
Yeah, either way, it's the same. You can do it.
Okay, then yeah.
So the game book suggests only letting you guys make 2 resources rolls every session.
Yep.
That's just to represent
you don't have anything.
You're running out of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I pick up whatever I need, make sure the Inner Sage is still locked up and stuff. No one's broken in while I was gone.
No.
Then yeah.
You find a letter on the ground. Looks like someone shoved it underneath the door.
Who's it addressed to?
It's addressed to Janice.
Okay, then if it was just like store, essentially, I would open it. But if it's her specifically and not store related, I'd just take it and not open it.
Okay. So you get in the cab and you head up to Thomas's apartment.
Thomas would probably ask Janice if Cynthia knows what he is, or if
she's been calling you Little Demon for the past since you met.
She probably knows.
So.
She has a better idea. Maybe you can ask her.
She's also, encountered werewolves and vampires living on the street and such. So
yeah. Okay. So
I mean, you don't know that, but
yeah. I guess you okay.
So how so I assume even your building is extremely fancy. Is there a doorman I have to talk to, or do you buzz me in, or what?
I'd say
because I
that
look like a homeless person. I mean, decently dressed, well kept, I guess, but my clothes are a bit ratty.
I would say they have a lobby or something
obviously, but I meant do you have to buzz me in or talk, or do I have to talk to someone?
You'd talk to. I'd say you'd talk to someone at a front desk, and if you say you're here to see Thomas, they call my apartment or whatever.
That essentially, that happens. I guess unless they give me super shit.
Yeah, I kind of wanna. Yeah, I kind of want Thomas to have a conversation with you before you get to the apartment, though. He's gonna try and actually talk to you.
I mean, I don't know how you'd accomplish that.
Are you gonna meet her in the hallway, or?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
So here's how I'm seeing it: there's a lobby at the bottom, and then there's a sky lobby. There's an express elevator to a sky lobby, and the sky lobby is, basically for the students section. And Thomas can just wait in the sky lobby for Cynthia
that works.
To pop up.
Yeah, that works. I get.
So you're just standing in front of the elevator as I enter.
Okay.
Hello there.
Hi. Janice said you might know what I am. That would be useful information.
I know what you all better than you do, apparently.
Yeah, I'm beginning to notice that.
As I said before, you're not a demon yet, but there's one inside you, and if you might as well be. Anyways.
So, by demon, do you mean the Gnostic type?
By demon, I mean, I think it's vampire, or one of them. I get confused. This is not the words we used.
Vampire, great. Okay.
As far as I know, So, how much do I know about, White Court vampires specifically? Because I've seen
What's your lore score?
My lore is pretty freaking great, and I have a +1 if it involves magical bullshit. I have a 3 in lore.
Oh, the +1 is for perceiving magical things, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just roll your lore score for me.
5.
Oh, yeah, that's good enough to know. So... yeah, what Thomas is experiencing is consistent with being a White Court vampire.
Okay.
You would know that White Court vampires feed off emotion, and that if they kill somebody in this method, then they basically become
go full
to the
demon. So essentially, I'd just be as I said before, there's a monster inside you wishing to take control. You can fight it if you so wish. You are in the early stages. You are a vampire that feeds off instead of blood like most folklore. You feed off of emotions, different depending on the family, I think. If you were to kill someone at some point from this feeding, it gives you both more power and gives the demon more sway over you. As I said before, little demon.
So I'm a monster, like an actual monster, and I'm... Does that make me evil?
I suppose so. Monster, yes. Evil, that is up to you. That is what you... Depends on what you do. You are, by most definitions, yes, a monster. But that's... one could say I am as well. You are dangerous, however. You could hurt people. You most likely already have, if you don't know it.
Oh God.
I'm not trying to say this to scare you necessarily, but I'm not going to lie.
If this demon...
The demon is as much part of you as you're part of it. It is two sides of the same coin, I think is the phrase.
Oh man.
Do you have lots to take in, I know. Is there something else?
Let's just head to my apartment so you can keep Jenna safe. Is there a way you can ward her apartment from
I do not know
monsters like me?
That is accomplished by something called the threshold. So thresholds work decently against like vampires too, right?
Yeah.
Aren't vampires like never creatures or whatever?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure I had that clarified. I'm sorry to say, but the type of vampire you are, the White Court, it's hereditary, passed down from generation to generation. Protecting monsters from you is you're protecting you from yourself, your family. Do you understand? Your threshold protects you from spirits, from other beings, but the monster inside you, the monster or your family, it's not something you can run away from or hide behind wards. I'm not as great at it, I'm learning, but I can give you some warning, I suppose, from others, or prevent them from entering, or what have you.
Whatever you can, I guess. It's a lot to take in. Please come up to my house. I'm sure Janice will be glad to see you if she's here.
By all means. She kind of gestures for you to lead.
Yeah, and so we established that it was like the penthouse, right? Or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah, so you want to be.
The elevator, like, I imagine there's a glass back to it, so you can see the view or whatever, and it just keeps going up until we get to the top.
Like,
Cynthia's fairly, like, nervous, I suppose.
Elevator up to the dorm level, and then there's, like, another elevator straight to your apartment.
I assume there's, like the elevator, he has to put in, like, a key code or something, so it goes to, like, his floor.
Yeah. What is it? Like, do you have a card, or is it a key, or what?
Biometrics, probably.
Okay.
Just like Iris thing.
Okay. So you guys get up to the apartment.
Yeah.
You see, like, you can hear, like, Janice's kids playing in the background.
So,
and Irene
with,
is,
like, the permission to enter
with
thing, does that, like, count if he isn't in it? Like, where does it count, I guess?
I mean, I
meant, like,
did invite you into the apartment anyway.
Yeah,
so...
I want to know if, like, you inviting me before we get there counts, and you don't have to invite me again.
Yeah,
or if there's,
it
like,
does. Like, but only once.
Cool.
So, like, you can feel, like, the threshold is around Thomas's part explicitly. Like, the wards, like, you can actually feel the threshold as you
I
pass
feel that,
through,
like
any of the doorways into his apartment. So that includes, I guess, the elevator doors when you pass through them, but not until you get to his floor.
Yeah. So I guess I just kind of enter and look around, and the apartment you described before. So she just kind of, like, looks around and looks mostly, like, not necessarily, like, afraid, but puzzled.
Right.
Like, just outright confused.
Like, you see this holograph of the numbers streaming, like, in the middle of the room.
And, like, the art, like, just all of it. Just,
right.
It's the most expensive, extravagant, and needless, like, and just, like, needlessly just useless thing she's ever seen. Useless as in it just serves no function. Like, she doesn't understand it, really. But yeah, she just kind of says, it is large.
Yeah.
Where's Janice?
I imagine in her room.
Sorry. I was putting the kids down for a nap. I'm glad you're here. Did you two have a chance to talk?
Yes, I informed him. I thought he knew. So I gave him the... Never mind.
Thomas kind of looks like he just hates himself right now.
Well, I don't need to cry. Never mind. So he told you what I was hoping. Ward, outside this room here, will be staying with me?
Yes, I can certainly try. I am new at this, mind you. It's... Anyways, so yeah, I just want to set up, like, exactly you want, like, ward-wise.
I mean, just simple alarm ward, like you put on in the other place would be fine, I think. It doesn't need to be super fancy.
So then, yeah, I just set up the same ward I did in Axel's apartment.
Alright. You want to start casting, I guess?
Yep.
You have a lore of 3?
Yeah.
Alright, that's good enough. So choose your power and then roll discipline.
I'll go with power 2.
Okay.
1.
Okay, roll it again.
2.
Okay.
Oh shit. Nothing I can
take your
do
power
to
level
fix
carefully.
that is there.
You're going to take 1 point of physical damage.
That's fine. Roll again?
No, you do it. But I'm also going to compel your main aspect.
Troubled seer from another age? Cool.
Right.
In what way?
You're going to have a hex. You're going to hex the apartment.
Okay. That's fine.
Magic around all this electronics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't consider that.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Do you accept the compel?
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Alright, so you're in the middle of casting your spell and, like, the lights start to flicker, and then the holographic display, like, just for a second, it, like, beams like a pure, like, column of light, and then it goes dark, and, like, little sparks come out from the platform, and then you guys can hear, like, sparks coming from other rooms, like the kids, you hear a shot from the room as, like, the TV fizzles and smoke comes out of it, and Thomas's bedroom, like, you hear.
Oh,
like,
I did forget to mention
all
that.
Of a sudden,
actually,
this loud sound of static from his stereo system.
Whoops!
Wait, what?
And then all
what?
the lights in the room go out.
What?
Sorry
Why
about
is this?
that.
What?
If you'd calm down for a second, magic tends to not agree with newer technologies, especially when it's. Magic doesn't agree with it, and neither do I suppose. I forgot to mention. If you work energies around the newer technology, the easier it is to malfunction. Merely in my presence, let alone working magic. Janice here is she's good at what she does, but she does not have much in the way of raw power. So she is safe around most technology. I, however, am. She just kind of like smiles a little bit, like
you're interrupted by this really hot feeling from your pocket.
In my what?
Your pocket.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. Oh, she's like, take that
out. It's like burning your hand.
It's turned off, but yeah,
it doesn't care. Like, it's just too hot to touch. You need to drop it.
Yeah, so I just like,
It's like smoking.
Like I said.
I immediately go and, like, check your hand. Like, are you all right?
I'm fine. It's, I forgot I had it.
Give me an
I nod, and I look at it. Who, what?
Cynthia, give me an endurance check.
That's something I'm decent at, actually. 0.
Like, you can see her hand is kind of red, but she wasn't seriously hurt.
Okay. Yeah, I would, basically just, like, nod, but then I would, like, look down at what it was on the ground and realize that it was,
cell phone.
A cell phone, and, like, know that you didn't have a cell phone. Be like,
yeah.
Where did you get that, Cynthia?
Oh, it was Tom's. I used it earlier and I forgot I had it.
I look at Thomas. I'm so glad it's not in my apartment.
Not Thomas. Tom. Remember the
guy that we were accused of murdering or hurting? Sorry, assaulting.
Yeah. I forgot I had it.
You stole that poor man's cell phone after everything he's been through.
I didn't mean to steal it. Anyways, I took it from him so we could call for help. There was no other way. Besides, I just simply forgot.
I look at it smoking on the floor. Well, we'll need to dispose of this.
I think we already have.
Huh. Not exactly, but yes. And I'll go get something to pick it up with.
Sure.
Put it under running water to cool it down, and then put it in a plastic bag.
That's yeah.
Okay.
It's already ruined.
Right.
Yeah, it's great. It's let's put the phone underwater, see if it helps.
Right. Well, let's flash over to Axel for a bit and see what he's doing.
Okay, so I mean,
I'll
as soon
give
as
Axel